This card is unbelievably amazing.
Hello everyone, my name is Brennan and welcome to Brennan's Crafty Corner.
Hello everyone, my name is Brennan and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I am so excited to be doing another guest design for Newton's Nook Designs. Whenever Jen, the owner, asks, I'm always like, yes! They were the first company to ever let me do a guest design, so I'm always honored to be asked back. I love them so much. Also, just so you know, the new products you'll be seeing in this video, Newton's Beekeeper and the Newton's Beekeeper stamp, the die set, were both sent to me free of charge, as this is a guest design and that's kind of the nature of it. However, let's get into this video because I just love how this card came out. It is so cute. I love doing little scenes, and this stamp set is perfect for scenes. So today, we're going to be using the adorable Beekeeper Newton stamp set and coordinating die set. As you can see in this stamp set, Newton has finally become a beekeeper. He's obviously living out his dream. There's a little hive right here, some honey pot, honey in a jar, and a couple bees, and some adorable sentiments. I'm so excited to play with this stamp set because it's just so cute. So let's get started. For our card, I'm going to be using Newton himself, the little honey pot, both of the bees, and then the hive. I'm not going to be using the little jar because I didn't really see that fitting into my scene, so this is what we're going to be using. So now it's time to color. Okay, time to start coloring. I'm going to be using YR23, 21, and 20 for Newton's face. So I'm going to go over the top below the hat with the YR23, then I'm going to go around the whole face and over the YR23 with the YR21, and then I'll just do the center with the YR20. And I accidentally did this, but I really like how it looks. I think, oh no, I'm sorry, I didn't. I thought I left a little white around his nose. Didn't. Totally fine. It looks really bright at the end because I didn't fully go over the center with the YR20 the second time, because I did it twice. And now I'm just going in here, doing the ears, doing the hands, and I didn't do the feet, and I forgot to do the tail, but the feet are in boots, so we're going to do the boots in a second. Also, if I sound hoarse a little, I just got back from an Alanis Morissette concert, so I was kind of screaming my head off. Now we're going to go in and do the stripes with YR12, just little triangles, basically. Now it's time to do the coat. I'm going to be doing B97, B95, and B93. This clip is going to get cut off here because my camera stopped filming for a second, so I'm sorry about that. So I just did a couple of areas with the B97, specifically the top, on the sides of the jacket, and then around the pocket, because that's where I think the shadows would be. Then I'm going to go over all that with the B95, and then I'm going to go in with the B93 after I do the B95. That's where the camera cut out for a second, so I apologize for that. So now, see, I'm just going over everything with that B93. So I'm going to do that a couple of times. I'm going to do a couple layers to make sure everything looks really well blended. And then if need be, and I think I do at the end. Oh no, yes I do. I go in with the 95 to do the pockets, just to make sure they have color too. Then for his pants, I'm going to do them in the same color, but I'm just going to do the B97 and B95 because I don't think they're actually light enough, or enough area to get that lighter color. Now for the boots, just on the back, and then the little artist line area, I'll do W9, and the rest of the boot, I'll do W8. For his hat, I'm just going to add in a little B95, I believe. And then for the rest of his hat, I'm going to do C3 and C1. So just the C3 on the edges, and then the C1 in the center. Now, you might notice a little color already on that net. I had done C1, but I noticed it was kind of dying, so I just did the entire thing in C3, and I was noticing that was turning up a whole lot better. Now for the little beehive, I'm doing E59, E57, and E55. So the edges, the very edges, are just going to be either E59, that's our darkest part. Then we'll go in with E57 and bring that almost to the center, but not fully. And we'll also do the rest of the top part with the E57. And then at the very end here, we're going to go in with our E55. We're just going to coat the whole thing. I didn't care if the little holes. I was originally going to do them with honey, but I thought they'd look better with just the wood. And it honestly created a better blend. Then the top and the legs are going to be with E55. Okay, so we're doing the honey pot with the same colors, E57 and E55. And we're just going around the outside and under the honey with the E57, the darker color, to create that shadow. And then we'll do E55 for the rest of it. Y19 is just going to be the honey. And then I accidentally messed up on this B here, so we're just going to cover it with a W10, and no one will notice. See, you didn't notice. You didn't know I did it, did you? No one saw that. Then we're going to do B000 just on the wings to add a little bit of highlight. Now that our coloring is all done, I die cut out all of our pieces or images with the coordinating dies, and we're gonna do the background now. So I'm gonna do 2 hills, and then we'll do a nice sky, and I think it's gonna look so amazing.
So I'm going to be using some Simon Hurley ink for the hills. I'm going to be using Later Grader first. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go over the hill, basically in its entirety, but still creating a little bit of a shade, ombre effect. So I'm going to be going darker at the very top of the hill, and it'll be lighter at the bottom. Also, you may know foam or see like little dark green pieces like right there coming onto the hill. That's from the foam blender because I am using such a heavy hand, and I also bent the hill right there, but I'm using such a heavy hand that foam is literally ripping off the blender. So you might want to do a little bit lighter than me. It's okay. It's okay if it happens. These blenders are also pretty old, so yeah, that's why that's happening. So like I said, we're just going darker at the top, lighter at the bottom, and you don't have to do a perfect blend because we're going to spray water on it, and water fixes everything. So you're really not going to see if the blend isn't perfect. But I'm just trying to get ink everywhere right now. Now we're going to go in with Fake Plant, also from Simon Hurley, and I'm going to be doing darker at the top once again, so I'm not going to bring this color all the way down. I'm just going along the top at first, going maybe half an inch down, and then at the end I'll start blending it down a little bit more just to create a better blend, but A, it's not perfect, because no one's perfect, but also it doesn't have to go down too far. You don't want it to go down too far, because this is just going to be at the very top, and B, the darker part. And then once I'm done blending here, I'm going to go a little bit crazy with the water bottle. I did a little bit too much, but I still ended up liking how it was coming out. I was like, oh my gosh, why did I do that much? You see it just sprayed, but I like how it came out at the end. Look at that. So now I'm going to go in with some Cummerbund ink from Catherine Pooler to do the clouds. I'm just using a cloud stencil here, and what I'm doing is going along the edge, making the edge darkest, and then fading out to white. Not completely white, because I think there's still a little blue ink there. Besides the point. So I'm just going to do that a couple of times to make sure our cloud, we have full cloud coverage. I'm actually going to have to go back in and do a little bit more inking at the end, because one of the clouds was showing, and I didn't think it would show at the bottom. You'll see what I'm talking about in the next clip, so I just had to do a little ink blending there to make it look right.
With our sky blended and our hills dried, it's time to get assembling. So I'm going to take my Misty glue press here. Ooh! And I'm just going to start by I glue the hills together first. I don't know if that's something you should do, but that's what I do. Just to ensure they'll actually like align. So I need it to be like this, and I need this edge and this edge to line up. So I put them down like that, and once they align with no gap, I know I'm good. There we go. And now with those together, I can just glue them down. Okay, actually, this is gonna need a little ink right here, just so it doesn't look crazy. So I wanna make sure there actually is ink there, because we're gonna see this cloud poking up, so without the ink, it might look a little weird. So we're just gonna go along here, and then right around here, I think. Yes, I'm getting glue on my brush. Wish I didn't do that, but you know what? Oh well, I can wash it. There we go. Okay. So now with that done, I think I'm gonna put Newton here, and then the bee, bam, honeypot next to Newton, and then I think I kind of want the bees flying, or well, duh, the bees are gonna be flying, but one there and maybe one right here. I think that's good. So now it's just time to glue everything down. And then to finish off the card, I'm going to use "Have a Beautiful Day" sentiment. And here is the finished card. It is just so adorable. I really love how this came out. Technically not finished because it's not on a card base, but I don't have any pre-folded right now, so we're not going to worry about that. It's virtually done, but I just love how it came out. Newton's so cute. So happy he found his dream job being a beekeeper. He's so adorable. Can you believe how adorable this card is? I just love how it came out. Newton is so adorable, living the dream as a beekeeper. And yeah, he's just so cute. Thank you so much for watching, and I really hope you enjoyed this video. Have an amazing rest of your day, and bye! Happy crafting!